Shoulder day today. Starting off with 2 warm-up sets, so 20 reps in total, and then we'll go into some working sets. The warm-up sets are mainly just to get blood into all 3 parts of your head, so your posterior, medial and anterior head, and just get your joints warmed up as well. So this exercise here, this is what I do to warm up my shoulders, my infraspinalis, everything like that in between my warm-up sets. So a lot of people go outwards, which is fine, but I was taught to have it at 45 degrees away from your body. You come up, hold, back down. Hold, it's just a better rotation for me, and it fires everything up straight away. It gets blood into the little small muscle groups, which I can't normally hit if I just go straight into like a pressing movement. Just wakes everything up before I start lifting heavier weight. This isn't about mass weight either, so don't look at trying to get as much weight as you can. It's just more the movement and make sure everything's fired up. So I like to vary my workouts from week to week, but I think for shoulders it's always good to try and hit like a compound or a heavy lift which is going to hit all 3 heads first, get them all fired up, and then you can isolate them. So we're going to start with obviously dumbbell pressing, then we can start looking at like isolating by doing side laterals, rear delts, things like that. So we're going to go for 4 working sets. We're going to progress up in weight. So the first set's more of like a feeler set, so really go for about 10 to 12, and then you can gauge on how you're going to be on the next set, and you start to go heavier and heavier and really push yourself. So on the last one you want to be maxing out on weight for say 6 to 8 reps, and then we'll do a triple drop to finish. So for me, I like to really vary my workouts. I'm very sporadic in how I train, I've always have. I just try to keep the enjoyment within my training, and that's how I do it. So I make up as I go along, but as long as I'm leaving nothing left in the tank when I leave, I'm happy. That's how I've always trained. So some people like to be really methodical and write everything down and try and beat last week's sets and reps, which is nothing wrong with that. I've just never been taught like that. I was old school, and you just get in and do as you're told, and that's me. That's how I work. We're going to go for 6 to 8 reps. If we've got more in, don't really want to go above 10. Obviously this is my max weight in a home gym, but I'm going to try and aim for 8 reps, solid, nice clean reps. If it is too easy, just slow the reps down, make it heavier that way. You don't have to be pushing the biggest dumbbells in the room to get something out of it. Do you know what I mean? There's other ways of making it a lot harder, so I will tend to slow the reps down if I need to. Too slow. So the last and final set, triple drop set, we're going down in 10 kg, so 40, 30, 20, and we're going to go for around 6 to 8 reps, give or take. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8. That was hard. It's heated, unbelievable. Whew. 30 degrees in here. Didn't think to put aircon in here. We're in the UK, you never need aircon normally. Whew. I put heating in here, but I haven't put aircon in here. Crazy. So now we're going to move on to the next exercise, and we're going to start isolating the medial head, which is obviously side lateral work. We're going to do standing dumbbells. Again, not decided how we're going to, or what we're going to do on this yet, but I'm going to get, the first set is always a feeler set, and then I'm going to look at either going quite heavy or more time under tension work after this set. I'll let you know. Right, so a few tips on this. I was always taught, imagine you're trying to put the dumbbells through the wall before you're up, so it's a semicircle. A lot of people use trap work and keep it close to them, and it does work your medial head, side lateral, but the further your arm is away from the centre of gravity from your body, the more isolated and the harder movement it's going to be, and you'll know that when you're going out here, you won't need as much weight. If you're doing this, you can throw some serious weight at that because you're recruiting your traps, everything, in order to get them up. If you have a slight bend on the elbow, and imagine you're trying to put it through the wall before you go up, so you're out and around, out and around. And after that set, I feel like I'm not going to go mass heavy today. It's going to be lighter weight, just nice and controlled, so I can feel that perfect then. If I start going too heavy, and I am similar to a lot of people, I train with people heavier than me. Dan is twice the size of me, and he can shift some serious weight. So subconsciously or without me even knowing, I start trying to get up to him in weight, and I lose form. And when I'm here, I can just reevaluate it, and that was perfect. I could really feel everything exactly where I needed to feel it. So we'll probably go for lighter weight, but we'll go for higher reps. So between the 10 to 15 mark. And again, if it's getting too light and you're getting up to that mid-range, then slow them down, hold them, squeeze them, contract them before you start again. You're set. So we're going for the second working set. I've increased the weight. I haven't gone silly though, it's only a 5 kg increment. And again, I'm just going to focus on hitting that side delt. It's important to keep your core tight and don't swing or arch the movement basically. So nice, upright, core tight, all in your side delts. So we're sitting at 212 pounds first thing in the morning. I'm not trying to lose weight, or I'm not trying to gain weight. I think in the past, for me, I've got obsessed with trying to hit a number. Well, the last 2 years I have anyway. Everyone's telling me I need to be bigger, so I've been obsessed with trying to hit 220. And I got there, but I accumulated quite a few injuries. And I just didn't like, one, the way I looked, 2, I wasn't enjoying training, 3, I just felt sluggish, and it was mentally starting to affect me. So I've just got to a point now where I'm sitting comfortable at 212. I've got 5 to 6 meals going in. I'm not counting the calories or the macros too much. I'm just, yeah, I've got into a rhythm and like mentally out of my head, just relaxing, enjoying my training, enjoying my food when I eat it, and it's a nice place to be. We're going to go into the third working set. Again, increase the weight. One other thing as well, a lot of people start or meet at the front. For me, I think that's slightly bad form. Just in the fact that when you're leaning like that, you've got more, to swing up, you've got more momentum. But if you start the dumbbell by your side, you've got no weight, and you don't want it to hit your side when you come down, so you have to like think about each and every rep. So for instance, from here, you're resetting. set, which we're going to do a double drop. I think triple drop's too much for this. So we're going to go for probably like 20 kg, aim for the 8 to 10 reps roughly, and then whatever we can get, I'm going to drop the weight down. Match the reps. Next exercise, we're going to do dumbbell front raises, but we're going to have 3 alternate grips, and it's all going to be done in one exercise. So what I mean by that is we're going to start obviously here, underhand grip. The next rep is going to be neutral grip, and then the third rep is going to be pronated overhand. And we're just going to try and get as many as we can with that. 10 reps, which would be 13 total, would be ideal. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 24 reps in total, 8 on each. That was hard. One more, come on. So a few tips on this. Towards the end you can see how I started to swing, but that's not a bad thing as long as you're getting the initial reps solid, core tight, no swinging to start with, making sure you're controlling on the eccentric part as well. So when you're coming back to your start position, make sure it's nice and controlled. Don't let it hit your sides. And then as you start to tire the last few reps, obviously take a breather if you need to, just a couple of seconds, like a rest pause set, just to regroup, try and go again. And yes, if you start to swing slightly, it's better to do a couple of reps. I've always seen it like that. It's better to do a couple more reps at 70% with a little swing rather than just fully stopping and not getting those out. So that's how I've always seen it. I don't advise you to do bad reps, I don't advocate it, but realistically you will be having a few swinging reps. So the next exercise, we're going to do some rope face pulls on the cable. We're going to do supported bench, so chest is going to plant it into the bench. It just gives you less room to swing and just isolates it a little bit more. So I'm going to come straight in, hold and back out. The first set again was a bit of a feeler, so just trying to find out what weight I can go up to. But again, I'm not feeling like really heavy weight today. I'm enjoying just that feeling each one, squeezing through, holding, getting that full contraction, full stretch. So the one tip I would say, or what I believe in. Some people might not, but for me, I think the rear delt is only such a small muscle group. If you try and overload it by putting mass weight on, I think you're going to start to recruit like muscles around your trap. Well, I have anyway. I know I recruit my traps, so my back does the work. So I think it's always good to touch the heavy weight, but on smaller muscle groups, that mind to muscle connection, those reps are so much more important and so much more effective. So for me, that's how I've developed it. I touch the heavy weight, but at the same time, I'll either introduce triple drop sets within the heavy weights, so I can get that contraction, time under tension work, or lighter weight and just higher reps or not. So again, just getting a good variation. Cables are always good for it because you've got constant tension throughout the whole exercise, the whole movement of the exercise. So this is something I would typically either warm up on or finish a workout on. So yeah, the little tips. Other than that, I've got much more to say. So typically, one feeler set, 3 to 4 working sets. I went for 15 reps then, so 10 slow and controlled, and then 15 like pulsating just to finish them off. So we're going to now move on to traps. I always do my traps on my shoulders. I know people do them with the back, I do it with my shoulders, and then we are done. The last exercise is going to be dumbbell shrugs, but we're going to go, every set is going to be a drop set. So we're going to go 40 kg dumbbell, nice slow and controlled, 10 to 12 reps, and then we're going to go straight into the plates either side, just pulsating, repping out. 4 sets of that. Wow. So moving on to third working set. The key to shrugs is to try and keep your arms as relaxed as possible. If you tense up or you bend your elbow, you're shortening the range of motion and you're putting it through your arms, through your biceps, through your shoulders rather than in your traps. So always try and go in a mirror, and it looks vain. Try and watch your form, try and keep everything relaxed, nice. All you're doing is holding the weight with your arms, nothing more. It's all in your traps then. Nice squeeze. Just try and hold 1 to 2 seconds, then back down. Whew. We're done. DJ done. That was a good workout. I enjoyed that, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It's alright.
Too warm.
Yeah, you say that. I like it. I've got to admit, I really enjoy training in this type of heat. When I went to live in America, in Boca Raton, Florida, it was unreal. It was like this in Flex's gym. Even though we had aircon, I used to turn it off when we trained, and it was brilliant. I loved it. Especially when you're dieting, you drop weight easy. But Amy couldn't handle it. It's a shame really. Obviously when I built this house, I didn't think to put aircon in. It wasn't like a Thai thing, I didn't want to pay for it. It was more the fact that we're in the UK, you don't really think about it, but we've had freaky weather at the minute, haven't we? But anyway, I'm not going to blabber on about the weather. That's my shoulder workout. That's what I typically do. I come in, assess how I'm going. Obviously I do feeler sets to see if I'm going to be able to push some heavy weight. Obviously how I'm feeling, do triple drop sets, and I just try and keep the enjoyment there by mixing it up, just seeing what I want to do next. And that's always worked for me. I enjoy it that way. But thank you for watching the video. Hopefully you got some tips out of this video and what you can implement into your own training. And thank you for watching. If you like the video, please like it, put a comment below and subscribe to the channel. Thanks guys.